Hello again, welcome back to my channel, and thank you so much for subscribing and sharing my stuff everywhere. Now, I'm not sure who needs to hear this, but I'm about to lay it out plain and simple. Jimmy Kimmel, that smirking, sanctimonious mouthpiece of the Hollywood elite, got on national television and had the absolute gall, to declare as if it were gospel truth that Charlie Kirk's killer was some card-carrying MAGA fanatic. That's right, he smeared an entire movement, millions of people, and Donald Trump himself with a lie so vile, so disgusting, it makes your stomach churn. And he did it at a time when the threat against conservatives, right-wingers, you and me basically, against anyone who dares think for themselves, are at an all-time high. This wasn't a mistake, this was a calculated, gleeful attack, and he did it to a room full of clapping seals who cheered like trained monkeys. And let's get one thing straight about this. It wasn't just lazy journalism or a slip of the tongue. This was after he knew the truth, after the Utah governor confirmed the killer was steeped in left-wing ideology, after we saw the shooter's bullet casings etched with furry and trans memes, screaming about fascists and quoting anti-fascist lyrics, after we learned this guy was shacked up with his trans furry boyfriend, obsessed with the idea that Charlie Kirk was full of hate, after it was crystal clear the shooter wasn't registered as a Republican or Grand Old Party, he wasn't MAGA, wasn't even unaffiliated in some vague neutral way. He was a walking, talking product of the left's toxic echo chamber. Zero evidence, zero, tied this killer to MAGA. Not a shred, not even a whisper, not a hint, and yet there's Kimmel grinning like a Cheshire cat, peddling his lie to gin up hatred against the very people who are grieving, who are under attack, who are watching their friends and leaders get gunned down or nearly assassinated again. This wasn't just a lie, it was a blood libel, a deliberate attempt to paint a target on the backs of millions of Americans who are already dodging bullets, literally and figuratively, from a left that's lost its mind. And for what? Ratings, applause, a pat on the back from the coastal elite. Kimmel and his ilk know exactly what they're doing. They're not stupid, they're complicit, they're fanning the flames of division, pouring petrol on a fire that's already claiming lives, and then acting shocked. Shocked when the mob they've whipped up goes feral. And let's talk about Twitter, or X, for a second, shall we? This is the same company that was cancelling and suspending right-wing or conservative accounts for nearly 10 years, including that of a sitting US president. That's right, President Trump had his account removed. We've got people like Lawrence Fox here in the UK, celebrity, no longer has a career in the acting industry here in Britain because he dared to say there's no such thing as white privilege. And our own YouTube comedian Andrew Lawrence for daring to make gags. He's had venues cancel him and all sorts. So yeah, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. But Jimmy Kimmel, he can smear an entire movement, falsely tie them to a murder and stoke hatred at a time when conservatives are literally being hunted. And what does ABC do? Nothing, not a peep. Not until the phone started ringing off the hook, the emails flooded in, and the FCC started sniffing around. Only then did they realise they'd crossed a line so deadly serious, even their spineless corporate suits couldn't ignore it. The left, of course, they don't believe ABC was genuinely horrified by Kimmel's stunt, and you know what? They're right. ABC doesn't have a moral bone in its body. It's a soulless machine pandering to whoever screams the loudest or pays the most. But here's what the left doesn't get, and they need to hear this loud and clear. MAGA has had it. We're done. We are furious. We are sick to death of being smeared, of watching our people, our friends, our leaders get killed or nearly killed, only to have the left lie through their teeth about it. Trump faked his injury, they screamed, or he wasn't really shot. Remember that one? Or my personal favourite, we have no idea what the shooter's motives were, when it's inconvenient for our narrative. This isn't a game, folks. This is life and death. Charlie Kirk is gone. Trump was shot at again, and while we're mourning, while we're dodging bullets, the left's propaganda machine churns out lies to make sure the hatred keeps flowing. Well, guess what? We're not taking it anymore. The American people, decent, hardworking people who just want to live their lives without being demonised, including conservative, patriotic, right-wing Brits, we're all fed up. And when ABC finally pulled the plug on Kimmel, it wasn't because they grew a conscience, it was because you, the viewers, the people who've had enough, made it impossible for them to ignore the truth. So, good riddance, Jimmy. Take your lies, your smug grin, and your cheering audience and get the hell out. The rest of us, we're not shutting up, we're not backing down, and we're not letting you rewrite reality anymore. So there we go, folks. The cancel culture that the left devised has bitten them on the bum. And I'm here to watch with popcorn in hand. Anyway, I'm past 49. Thanks for watching. And until the next time, Roger Trout.